So something kind of cool happened. The other day I was showing you guys VPN, which is the first VPN app that takes advantage of Apple TV's new functionality that lets you natively use VPNs on Apple TV here. You see I can connect, it'll connect to VPN through the Apple TV OS. I could then do things like go to Netflix and see things in countries that I normally wouldn't. So for example, I'm in Canada, but I have full access to the Harry Potter library because it thinks I'm connected through the UK. So I made that video, then VPN actually emailed me and said, hey, we saw your video. We're gonna give you a discount code for your audience, which is this, B Turner, that will give you 10% off on top of all of the crazy Black Friday deals that they're doing. So long story short, if you guys want a really affordable VPN that works on your Apple TV so you can watch shows from other countries, check out VPN linked in my bio there and enter the code B Turner to get an additional 10% off all of those sales. A lot of people were saying how Netflix does block VPNs. I asked VPN about this when they emailed me, and what they said is they usually only block it through web browsers, so when you're watching on your computer and stuff. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. You see here I'm connected to Great Britain right now. I can go to Harry Potter, I can play them, and it just works. I'm not sure how long this will be the case for. I'm not sure if it'll get blocked eventually, but they sound like they're pretty confident that if you're watching it through the native apps, like on your Apple TV, that you shouldn't have any problems with it being blocked. So it does also work on your laptop and phone. For context, it's not just the Apple TV, and it does have a few different extra features that you could pay extra for, like a password manager, file encryption, and security manager, but honestly, I wouldn't really recommend those. I would go down here to the standard plan, which is kind of grayed out, but it's much, much cheaper at only $2 a month, and it gives you the VPN setup, and you could add my B Turner code on there to get an extra 10% off. An important caveat is that $2 a month price is only if you pay for 2 years up front. It ends up being like $50 if you want to do 1 year, it's a little bit more, and if you want to do monthly, it's a little bit more than that. So just a note there. Anyway, this isn't sponsored or anything at all. I've just been really happy with it so far and just let me watch Harry Potter on my TV. And it's been a decent VPN. I canceled my other one. I've been using that on my laptop and stuff, and it just kind of works. I don't know, no complaints. The link in my bio, though, is an affiliate link, so I do get a small commission there if you purchase it, but no pressure or anything. Like I said, I'm just genuinely happy with it, and I've been using it to watch things on my TV, so I thought I'd show you guys too. Thanks for watching. This is a complete guide on how to set up a smart home in just 3 minutes. Buckle up. First step is choosing a smart home ecosystem you're going to use. This is where you're going to control your devices, change your settings, and set up automations. To make it simple, if you and your household uses Apple products, go with Apple Home. Otherwise, go with Amazon Alexa. Step 2, download the app of the ecosystem you chose on your phone. This is where you're going to control and set up all your devices. Step 3 is buying your first smart speaker. This is where all of your smart home devices are going to connect to. It's also going to give you the crucial functionality of being able to control your smart home with your voice without being near your phone. Like this. Siri, turn on the dining room lights. For your first smart speaker, if you went with Apple, get the HomePod Mini. If you went with Alexa, get the Amazon Echo Show 5. This thing also has a screen, great little extra feature. 4, and this is where the fun starts, we're going to start adding smart home devices. When buying any smart home device, you're going to want to make sure that it's compatible with the ecosystem you chose. You can see here, these light strips work with Apple HomeKit and Amazon Alexa, so we're good either way. First, I recommend doing your smart lighting, starting with something simple like smart plugs and plugging them into a basic lamp. Or you could use smart bulbs in a lamp if you want to have control over things like the color of the light. You could then add things like these standalone smart LED strips. After you have some smart lighting set up, I recommend you get a smart lock. And after you're done that, a smart thermostat. Once you bought your device, setup is incredibly easy. You just go to the app you downloaded earlier for your home ecosystem, and you click Add Accessory. Then follow the on-screen prompts. It'll take just a minute. One of the last things it's going to ask you is what room you want to add it to. You're then going to be able to segment out all the different rooms of your house in your smart home ecosystem. You see here I have my office, my bedroom, my kitchen, everything I need. Once we do that, we plug our smart plug into our lamp. Now all we have to do is tap the lamp icon in our smart home, and we have full control over it through our phone. And of course, because of our smart speaker setup, we can also control it with our voice, but not just that individual device, but because it's all grouped in a room, we could say something like, hey Siri, turn off all of the bedroom lights. And it just works. Before we jump into the next steps, if you need help buying devices, I do have all the ones that I recommend for each device category in my bio there on my profile, so you can check those out. Now that we have our devices installed, we're at the point now where we have a fully functioning smart home, but there's 2 things we could do to make it so much better. First one is setting up automations, or as Alexa calls them, routines. This will make it so your smart home does things for you without you having to input anything. All you have to do is go to the automation sections or routines. You then click add at the top here and add automation. There's 2 types of common automations, either doing things when people arrive or come home, or time-based. Maybe at night you want the lights shut off, or you want the house to shut down when you leave home, or vice versa. The setup is super easy. If you want something to happen at a certain time of day, you simply click that. You could select what day of the week you want it to happen on, and then you enter the time. You click next, and then it's going to ask you what accessory you want to trigger when that happens, and you're done. Automations are when smart homes start getting crazy, and there's so many ways to utilize them, but start with time-based and location-based automations to start playing with how you want to automate your home. The last step is setting up sensors. Sensors require buying a hub, like this camera hub here from Aqara, because they need to connect to it. They cannot connect directly to your smart home. 3 main types of sensors: motion sensors, door sensors that could detect when things open and close, and temperature and humidity sensors. You could have these things do whatever you want when they're triggered, like the motion sensor in my office that when I walk in the office and it detects motion, it turns on all my lights. Or maybe you want the humidity sensor to turn on your bathroom fan that's hooked up to a smart switch when the humidity rises above a certain percentage. Once you added your sensors to your smart home like you would any other device, to set up how they work, you click on Add Automation, and instead of doing time of day or when people come and go, you want to do a sensor detect something, you could then have the sensor detecting something do anything you want. Again, really easy to set up in a super simple interface. And that is a full guide on how to set up a smart home in under 3 minutes. I skipped over a lot, but that gets you everything you need to know to get up and running. Like I said, if you need any advice on products or my recommendations, you can find them there in my bio. If you have any questions, if you want me to go deeper on anything, also let me know in the comments. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.